Hello once again, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans. Welcome into the Brunswick Automart Arena for now Game 2 of the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Shaker Heights taking on the Rocky River Pirates here in Game 2. Shaker coming off of a big victory from yesterday's game against Walsh Jesuit. Shaker beating Walsh Jesuit 3-1 was your final. They did lose that first period though, so they came away with their standings of 4 points, and that means they are on top of the entire standings for the Walsh Jesuit Greg Shupe Memorial. It's a 4-team tournament. Shaker taking on teams of Rocky River, Walsh Jesuit, and the Menor Cardinals. And so now they take on Rocky River for their middle game. This is the first game of the 2 here today, and then it'll be Menor and Walsh Jesuit later on. Now Shaker has already taken on Rocky River. That was a part of the Shaker Heights hosted tournament, the Thornton Park tournament, and Shaker lost the game against Rocky River, and now that moved them to 0-2-3 over the past 2 seasons and this season. They're now 0-2-3, 3 ties against Rocky River, 2 losses and 0 victories against the Pirates, and now they're going to look for a better look at this Rocky River team. I mean, it's become a rivalry over these past couple of seasons, and now Shaker has an opportunity, because they have been on the up and up, to try and take down these Pirates. We'll see how it goes. We're going to send you down to the ice for opening puck drop. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call. Shaker once again the away team here today. That means they're going to be returning to that all-red look that is classic to the Red Raiders. On the other side, it's going to be a different kind of look than what we have typically seen out of the Rocky River Pirates. You're going to get a gray upper half of the jersey, a white lower half of the jersey, and then a middle maroon stripe right down the middle. And yeah, it's maroon buckets for them, gray pants. It's kind of an all over the place look, but it does work. Again, something you would see out of an NHL Stadium series, just kind of a wacky look, though it can still look good. What? Lenny, who do you want? 15 minutes up to the clock to get us started for period number 1. And before we get started, we're going to hit you with a puck in the net picks of today. What do we have? Well, we have the cameraman today, Jeff Ullum, going with Lowell Rich. I myself decided to go with Sebi Juan. He's been making a lot of good shifts happen with that second line. He's been very quick of late, just bolting up the ice on the rush, so I think he's going to pop one in today. We had Caden Trotter, who typically gets a lot of these going. She decided to go with Colin Arth. Maya Mayan once again decided to take an easy route, went with Ryan Lenahan, who's out there to take the opening puck drop against number 22, Lucas Kanupka. The junior drops down to the face-off dot, but it's going to be one over to Joey Moore on the wing. Also out there with Connor Mayhew to get us started on the forward 3. Richard and Benincasa, the defensive pairing, to get us set. This one's going to be played with a high stick. No, it's going to be Rocky River to touch up eventually. Here's a pass into the slot, and it'll work its way out to the captain, Benincasa. Benincasa to Mayhew. Mayhew tried to center it over to Lenahan. Shaker, again, lost their last game against him on December 14th for the Shaker Heights Thornton Park tournament. Is a 2-on-1 brewing if they can get it going. Here, actually getting the start today is Marios Kalergis, and he's faced with his very first shot, and he's able to make the save. 14-18 left to go in this first period. And actually on the other side, we're going to see their backup as well. We had the freshman Jackson Greer play yesterday, and now his brother, the senior Lincoln Greer, in the crease today. over to the near side of the crease. We're going to get that second forward line out. This one's floated up to Sebi Juan, who looks like he can win the race there. Not exactly able to control the puck, though. Good stick lift by the Rocky River defenseman trying to get that puck possession right back. Less than 14 minutes to go here in this first period. The puck wrapped around the boards where the Pirates are going to try and pick it up. Juan pressuring to get that puck back in his possession. We'll see if he can. He's out with Arth and Schneider. On defense right now, it's White and Richard. Behind the net, it comes loose. Out to the near side face-off dot there. Makes its way to the neutral zone, though almost a neutral zone turnover. There, a good use of the stick by Axel Schneider. Braden White now moving his way up, and he's taken down to the ice along the Rocky River blue line. 13-15 to go in this first period. Shaker trying to set up. Lowell Rich, again, that cameraman puck in the net pick here today. Now out with the third line of forwards. He is out right now with Isaac Lazar and Aiden Salmon. Surprised we're seeing Isaac Lazar so early on. He just played a moment ago against Walsh Jesuits JV team with the Shaker JV team, but he's back, even though it was a short shift, so he'll make his way back to the bench. Now the Red Raiders, and their all-red look, come back out with their top 2 defensemen and their top 3 forwards. And we'll see what happens here. It's poked away by Benincasa on the tie-up. Richard taken down to the ice, no call. And now we go cross-ice to Connor Mayhew, who's trying to get a rush brewing. He loses the puck between his skates, gets it over to Lenahan, and not sure if that went on net or not. I think it just went wide and in the backboards, where Rocky River's able to pick up the loose puck along the boards, but Benincasa sends it right back where it came from at the point, and that's wrapped around. Rocky River controls it. Richard keeps it in. Tries to pull a Benincasa and do the same kind of thing in wrapping it around. However, for him, it's not going to really work. Richard right in front of the red line of center ice. Can't move it down. Rocky River was able to get it down, but because they were behind the red line, it's going to be an icing on the Pirates. 12:20 left to go in this first period of play. No scoring just yet here at the Brunswick Automart Arena for Game 2 of Shaker's run in the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Right now, again, Shaker leading with 4 points through their first game. Menor was second with 3 points. Shaker taking on Menor tomorrow afternoon. I believe it's a 12:20 start. It's some time afternoon, but it's not after 1. Right now, 12 minutes to go in this first period. Cole Richard hangs on along the far side backboards. Tries to get it up to the point where Benincasa unable to keep it in. It'll clear all the way down the ice, and the Pirates going to get there first. They try to set up, and here's a centering feed, and Shaker blocks it off. And now from the corner, it's Benincasa working with Arth and Richard, trying to clear the zone. This one banked off the far backboards. Benincasa hanging on. He'll bank it off the boards up to Juan. Juan clears it and hops off for a change. Benincasa back with it, banks it off the boards. Almost didn't really work out. Salmon able to keep it poking up. Rocky River dumps it right back where it came from, into that Red Raiders zone. Cole Richard off the near side. Tries to send it up to Lowell Rich, but again, Rocky River intercepts the pass, clears it back. Off of the boards, back into Rocky River possession. A lot of passing right now. There's Lowell Rich trying to create the the odd man rush opportunity. Right now, Ian Schneiberg actually out there as one of the forwards representing this third line. And again, typically we're seeing Ryan Kiltz, but he's out of town once more. Here's a pass into the center, and it went off of a skate. It's still loose right in front of the crease. The shot goes wide. My goodness. Dangerous opportunity that time. This shot tipped in. Good glove save by Kalergis. 10:34 to go in the first period, and now the offense is starting to pick up a couple of minutes into this one. 0-0 still your score, however, and the first lines of offense make their way back out. White and Cam Mayhew on defense. Referee tells the wingers to back up. This shot goes wide, but I think Kalergis did get a piece of it, so it'll technically be marked as a shot on goal. This one wrapped around the boards. It clears the zone. Though icing would be waved off, it was tipped by one of the Pirates. And behind the net, good pass to bank it off the backboards. Now Rocky River could have an odd man rush going the other way, trying to split the two defensemen. Cam Mayhew, Braden White, say no thanks. Bank it off the glass. That one's tipped very much up and into the netting, but the referee doesn't call it. Play goes on. Collision behind the net of Marios Kalergis. Now some cheap shots right now behind the net of Kalergis on Cam Mayhew, but he's back up and joining the play right in front of the crease. Connor Mayhew gonna get to the puck here first. He skates it up past the Red Raider blue line, banks it off the boards. And is he gonna hop off for a change? Not yet, as his forwards are in chase for the puck. Moore looking for the centering feed. He gets it over to Benincasa, looking for the tip was Mayhew. Maybe even Lenahan in front of the crease, but neither of them can put it on net. Here we're back to Richard. Richard snaps the shot. It goes wide. Blocked by the traffic. Still set up right in the slot. And this time Lenahan going to turn it over to the Pirates as they're able to clear the zone, though in the neutral zone. Who's going to pick it up? Mayhew up to Lenahan. Lenahan trying to keep it moving forward. This clearing attempt goes right back to the stick of Mayhew. Mayhew trying to slide it over to Schneider. Kept in by Richard. Snaps the shot. It goes wide. Here's a chance for Schneider off the backboard. Great secondary chance, but he can't find it. Lenahan back with it behind the net. Looking to center it. Axel Schneider able to pick it up as Lenahan was bumped off. Here's the shot. Makes its way through, but a good save that time by Lincoln Greer, the senior goaltender, in the crease today for the Rocky River Pirates. So we stay put at a 0-0 deadlock. Shaker's second line now out in totality on forwards. Shaker looking for some sort of redemption. They already beat Walsh Jesuit, a team that is supposed to be better than Rocky River, though right now it seems like they've got a mental block against this Pirate squad. Here's a shot. Good kick save. They had a 2-on-1 odd man rush. But keeping this game scoreless was Marios Kalergis. Cole Richards sends it up just past the head of Axel Schneider. Arth trying to win the race back to the puck on the forecheck, but Rocky River takes it, clears the zone immediately. Richard, first guy back between the blue lines, banks it off the boards. Nifty pass up to Juan. Juan bumped off the play. Rocky River clears it back. There, good effort by Arth to try and create that turnover between the blue lines, and with the help of Schneider, Shaker gets it back, and they dump it right back into that Rocky River zone. 8 minutes to go here in this first period of play. Axel Schneider trying to create the turnover in the attacking zone, and that he does. He dumps it right back and hops off for a change. In replacement, Max Brokaw comes out. It's Brokaw, Juan, and Arth right now making up the forwards. On defense, White and Cam Mayhew. Arth getting this one along the red line of center ice. He passes this one up to Brokaw, hops off for a change. Juan did the same. It's Salmon and Rich coming out as replacements. We've reached the halfway point here on this first period of play. 0-0, your current score. Here's Salmon creating the turnover in the slot. He's got a chance. Instead, he centered it over. It was broken up by a Pirate forward in the lane. Salmon centers it over. Can't make the connection. Rich gets it up to the blue line here. Trying to take the shot was Dylan Orsepke. Whiffs on the shot. White needs to get it back, and good blocker save that time by Kalergis, the freshman, standing tall in goal here today. Here's a chance the other way. Couldn't make it happen. Looking for the centering slot. In the neutral zone, this is going to be played with high stick. No, Shaker touches up. Lowell Rich clears it past the red line of center ice. He's out there with Moore and Mayhew right now. They're a bad turnover in the defensive zone. They're a harsh hit into the boards, and he is down in the corner, but they're still not calling it yet. And eventually they're going to whistle it dead. He's grabbing his knee. Not exactly sure who it was. It was a defenseman. Surprised they didn't rule it a roughing, maybe a boarding. 6:24 left to go in this first period. The man down in that far side corner. We're going to step aside. We're going to let you know what we know when we come back. 0-0 the current score between Rocky River and Shaker. Shaker taking a moment for an injury. Teddy McGinnis was the man down. He's now up onto his skates, but he's going to be helped off over to the locker room. That's probably all we're going to see out of the defenseman number 12. Or actually, they're going to keep him, it seems, just kept to the side for the moment. But yeah, he is very clearly limping. Teddy McGinnis, maybe don't expect to see him back. His help able to get him over to the bench, and we'll see if he's able to return back to this one. He's been on the up and up. His play has really increased, so that is a really tough loss right now for this Red Raider squad. But right now he's sitting on the bench, and hopefully he'll be able to make some plays once again, hopefully pretty soon. But we'll see how safe they play it. Here, Rocky River taking it from one blue line to the other. It's a man bumped into the boards. My goodness, what an authoritative hit. That time from Cole Richard on number 25, Nolan Toole, and he's going to blast the shot, but it's blocked by Cole Richard, who now tries to pass it up to Connor Mayhew. Great effort right now from Cole Richard, laying the boom, then clearing the zone. And it doesn't look like he's done yet. He's still pressuring in the neutral zone, and he's got the puck on his stick now with the help of Moore. Now Richard taken down to the ice, and he's going to hop off for a change. He's had a very physical shift. Here, Moore battling for puck possession with Lenahan in the far side, attacking zone corner. Moore still trying to lay the boom in the corner, though it looks like Rocky River going to open up the ice a little bit while they have control. And this time, Juan pressuring for possession. It's kept in by Moore. Moore over to Lenahan. Lenahan deking around one man. He'll drop it off to Benincasa, who's making his way forward. Benincasa back in that same corner to the right side of Lincoln Greer. Good pass between the legs. Finds Braden White, and it hit the traffic out in front. So now Shaker's got to drop back as Rocky River's going to try and get something going on the change. Braden White taking a man down in the near side boards. Benincasa holds up, passes it right to a Pirate. The shot made, secondary chance. The shot goes wide and into the corner. Juan tries to clear it over to Lenahan. Good hit that time by Juan, making his presence known out on the ice in this game, quickly becoming a little bit more physical. Early on in the game, 4:20 left to go in this first period of play. This pass going across the stick of Aiden Salmon, back in Pirate possession. But same thing happened for the Pirates, so it's back to Cam Mayhew. Mayhew to the near side to his co-defenseman, Braden White. We've been seeing Mayhew and White, a defensive pairing, become a lot more common of late. They've been doing pretty well. Axel Schneider dumps this one into the Shaker attacking zone, the Rocky River defensive zone, and Rocky River is going to try and get a rush brewing once again, but once again, they're not going to be able to do that. And here, this one cleared down the ice. It's going to be an icing on Rocky River. 3:43 left to go in this first period of play. 0-0 still the score, though Shaker does seem to be outplaying Rocky River a solid amount, though Rocky River has had some great opportunities. A lot of physical play early on. And Shaker really playing the physical game that we have missed throughout the beginning of this season. And right now, Rich, Lazar, and Brokaw out there creating a type of third line that Matt Bartley has been mixing and matching all throughout the recent games. Kalerja still standing tall in his crease. The freshman getting the start here today. This one sent back by Lenahan. The captain sends it all the way up to Isaac Lazar. Good pass. Cole Richard needs to make the play as he sends it forward. He's out there with Benincasa on defense. First line forwards going to be making their way out as Moore and Lenahan are still out. Brokaw still getting a couple of moments, though, and we'll see if he'll hop off. Good moment for Moore. Moore tries to rip a shot, maybe a pass into the slot, though neither will connect, as there was a River man in the lane. There, a tip out in front of the crease. Lenahan tried to find the back of the net on the tip, just can't get it to connect. And now Lenahan and Moore, I believe, are going to hop off as well. Or no, they're going to stick with the first line forwards out there. I believe the second line of the Red Raiders thought they were making their way out, but then they quickly did a 180 and returned right back to the bench. Lenahan taking this face-off, winning it over to Moore. Moore sends this into the far side corner. Mayhew tries to pick it up. He can't, and Rocky River goes on the attack. Here's Cam Mayhew holding off the body of a Pirate forward, bumps him off the play, and Shaker wraps it around to the near side point where Rocky River tries to slow things down and get a shot off. But now here comes Mayhew. Is he able to gain the speed and beat the defenseman here? Oh, great stick work, good defense right in front of the crease. There, a centering pass, nobody home. Braden White extending his stick out. There, the shot from White goes wide. Good keeping, though, by Braden White. Shaker's still going to try and get some sort of attack going, but they clear out of the blue line. And White tries to dump it right back in off the backhand, but Rocky River clears it down into the Red Raider zone. Trying to pass it up to Joey Moore. Can't find his man. Pass into the slot, and it'll go to number 1 Jackson Rude. There, it's loose in the crease. Good opportunity for the Pirates, but still we're scoreless. 2.5 to go in this first period. Cam Mayhew leaves it to Lenahan. Lenahan tries to deke around one man. He can't make the connection. Here to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew pressured by a couple of Pirate forwards, and now they're back to it. Moore laying a boom into the far side boards. Good physical play once again from Joey Moore. That's his kind of game. Here, Lenahan dekes around 2 guys, tries to get the shot away. He's tripped up, but it still goes in! Making his way down to the ice, Lenahan still able to get some sort of shot away, and he scores it. Wow! So Maya Mayan back-to-back puck in the net picks for her as Lenahan starts the scoring off and Shaker leads it 1-0. My goodness, haven't seen a goal like that, especially not at the high school level. As Lenahan tacks on goal number 1 in what has been a very close first period. So if it stands this way, Shaker can get the full point of the first period. It's very helpful this late in the period to try and get that extra half point that you wouldn't have had. We'll see if Shaker can hang on here in this first period. Juan takes it off the faceoff, looking for the shooting lane. Centers it over. That time was looking at Beningasu, who's working his way to the slot. This shot tipped, and it goes up and into the netting. Good look that time from Arth, trying to take a rip at it from the blue line. But yeah, tipped up and over. Shaker now leads 1-0. Phenomenal play by Ryan Lenahan. Did not give up on that play whatsoever. Deked around 2 guys, was tripped up, but still somehow scored it. So there is no power play because of that scoring. This shot just went wide. My goodness, Lincoln Greer almost gave up a faulty goal. And Shaker still on the attack, though Juan whiffs on the pass up to the point. So Shaker needs to try and take it back between the blue lines, and we'll see what they can do. They'll pressure it back into Shaker's possession, but back in Shaker's zone. And this pass going to be picked up by Rocky River, and that's very clearly a penalty, as there's another man down in the near side corner, though he looks like he's going to make his way up. It was Cole Richard. That was a very brutal penalty. And we'll see what they rule it. I believe it's just going to be 2 minutes. Though some of the Shaker fans yelling that it should have been 5. It was a very high hit. But yeah, they're going to rule it a 2-minute minor. This time on number 6, Dominic Ricchetti, a senior that would be tough to lose. Here's Mayhew looking for the shot, and perfect accuracy, buries it home. Only 7 seconds into the power play, Shaker tacks on goal number 2. Connor Mayhew taunting the Rocky River bench, making a cross-checking motion, taunting them for what was a very dirty penalty, and now he's going to make his way to the bench after that celebration. He was not cool with that penalty being taken on Cole Richard, and granted, nor were just about anybody. And it looks like the referee talking to head coach Matt Bartley about that kind of celebration, and so looks like Bartley might be talking to Mayhew in a moment. Here, Kalair just covering this one up as the puck goes on net. Another extra second falls off the clock, but now they're back to it. Bartley doesn't really speak to Mayhew for long. He knows it was kind of warranted. Granted, as we said, a lot of the Shaker fans thought it should have been a 5-minute, but yeah, exactly. They didn't need 5 minutes. Here's a 3-on-2 rush brewing the other way for the Red Raiders as they made some physical plays. And there, Rich hit very much after the play. Then Juan tripped up, no call. Here, Cam Mayhew tried to take a rip at it from the blue line. Can't make the play. There, a harsh hit from the backboards. Lowell Rich laid the boom after he was taken down. Here, Braden White trying to win the race back to the puck in the Red Raider zone. He can't, though he'll be able to poke it away out to Aiden Salmon. Salmon whiffs on the clear. Rocky River gets it back. There, good effort by Cam Mayhew to dump it down. Good work by Cam Mayhew. Again, his defensive efforts have not been unnoted. And there, Rocky River able to sneak it under the right pad. Almost a great opportunity. And Rocky River able to score on one before making their way to the first intermission. Braden White played the man, not really the puck, and that time allowed what was basically a breakaway chance to sneak its way just underneath that pad. Again, Kalair just could have done, or he did all he can do. And now time will expire as this one's held up in the Rocky River corner. So, Shaker able to tack on 2 to get the scoring started. Once again, it's from those 2 guys that we've seen on the scoring sheets a lot of late, and that means Connor Mayhew and Ryan Lenahan. And just moments ago, Rocky River able to tack on 1, but it won't matter to the point being awarded to Shaker on the first period. Shaker will still get 1 point for that first period as they beat him 2-1 in the first frame of 15. But we've still got 30 more minutes to go, so don't you move. We'll be right back for the call of the second period. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum on the call. We'll be back after this first intermission. And we're back to it here for the second period of play. Vaughn Ullum on the call here from the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. Shaker taking on Rocky River for Game 2 of the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Shaker currently winning 2-1 through the first frame of 15 minutes. First goal coming from Ryan Lenahan, getting Maya and her puck in the net pick. And then following suit was Connor Mayhew, making a goal of his own. Ryan Lenahan dropping down to take the face off this time.
What? No, you're good. Just don't drop it. That's all.
Here comes Lenahan out of the face-off. He'll take the quick shot. Lincoln Greer making the save up and into the netting. The puck will go out of play. 14:50 left to go in this second period of action. 2-1, Shaker leading through the first period. They already got that first period point to go to their standings, so now they're up to 5 on the tournament. Regardless of how they perform, Shaker will play Menor and only Menor tomorrow. And that will conclude Shaker's run in the Greg Shupe Memorial. Here, Benincasa takes it up from the neutral zone, joined by Connor Mayhew, sticking with it, centering it over to Lenahan, trying to get a shot off, but he can't make it. Benincasa back with it along the red line of center ice, with Mayhew trying to take control. Now here the two big captains of Benincasa and Lenahan get it back up to Mayhew. Mayhew swarmed by too many Pirates, and now battle for the puck possession along the blue line. Benincasa fighting to keep it in, but he cannot. Moore takes it, gets it over to a cross-ice feed to Cole Richard that went wide. This pass, and the shot went wide. There was a pass into the slot, couldn't make the connection. Lenahan back with it to the neutral zone. Now over to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew bumped off the play, but the puck finds Ryan. And Lenahan trying to move around a couple of Pirates. He's held up for the moment. No call, and now here creates a one-on-one opportunity. The advantage of Rocky River, and now they're tripped up. It looks like by Cam Mayhew as one of the Pirates came tumbling into the near side corner, and he's a little in pain as he gets up. But yeah, Cam Mayhew making his way to the box. 13:33 left to go here in the second period of play. And now Shaker on the penalty kill for the first time this morning. Again, puck dropped actually at 10:40. It's for the first game of the Greg Shupe Memorial. Tomorrow, Shaker, however, going to get the afternoon game instead of the morning. Rocky River having no such luck, though. They're getting every single first game. They're a clear as day trip that they are not calling on Shaker, which is quite surprising. And the Rocky River fans going to let the referees hear it. Though it did very much look like he kind of tried to sell it, but I don't know. Still a trip, I believe, nonetheless. Maybe you can call an embellishment as well, but still. Here, man taken down on the far side boards. Rocky River man slow to get up. Again, no penalty. Cam Mayhew still in the box for the next 66 seconds. Here, trying to make a centering opportunity happen. Unable to connect just yet, and now this one cleared down the ice. It'll go on the net of Lincoln Greer. Shaker going to get a couple of changes, though the defensemen and Cole Richard and Andy Benincasa stay the same. The forwards now, Lenahan and Connor Mayhew, as Rocky River going to try to set up in their attacking area. Pass, gets it up to the blue line, trying to find the shooting lane, though Lenahan closes it up. Here's a pass from the slot, and a great kick save by Marios Kaler. Just 12 minutes to go in the second period. Less than a half minute to go, and Cam Mayhew's penalty. This one tipped behind the net. Rocky River still has it, and they're going to loosen it out. There's the shot taken from out wide, and another good save by the freshman. Marios Kalergis in only his third start on varsity, making a good performance show here at the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. And he's been put in a lot of tough positions to get these starts. he started off against a team like Meadville, which maybe isn't as tough, but then he went up against the number 3 team in the state, Upper Arlington, and now here he is against Rocky River. Here's a centering pass and shot, actually. That was tipped wide, and now Connor Mayhew tries to clear it away. It definitely will be outside of the blue line, and Ursupke touches up, clears it down. Bartley slowing down some of the minutes for Dylan Ursupke. I believe some of that comes from the fact that he has had a lot of time with the JV squad of late. And so as a bubble player, he just hasn't had as much time on varsity so that they don't wear him out, especially in a game like today where he's playing varsity immediately after JV. This one passed up. They were looking to Lowell Rich. It actually would have been a 2-on-0 had they kept it moving forward, but no can do. Here's a wraparound try. No, it's going to be a cross ice feed. Pass in, maybe trying to get a tip on the shot. Neither going to exactly work out. The forwards right now, Connor Mayhew, Lowell Rich, and Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan now hopping off. Mayhew still out there. Rich creating the turnover at the blue line. Tried to center it over to Mayhew. Would have had a 1-on-0 opportunity. White clears it right back into the Rocky River zone. Delayed offsides. They touch back along the blue line. 10:25 left to go in this second period. Shaker up 2-1. And we'll see if they can extend that lead back to 2. They had the 2-0 lead earlier on. Here's Joey Moore looking for that chance. Trying to get the tip on Aiden Salmon as he made his way to the crease. Here's Lowell Rich trying to leave it to Moore. Can't connect. Richard over to Joey Moore off the near side boards. Moore will wrap it around. First guy there is going to be Aiden Salmon, who now just needs to poke this one up to the point, and he will. Finding Cole Richard. Richard trying to center it. Nobody home. Andy Benincasa now takes it along the near side boards. Dumps it right back off the backboards. Richard takes a blast, and a harsh shot is blocked by the traffic set out in front as Aiden Salmon took a tumble in the near side corner. Benincasa now playing the puck, though he's pressured by 2 Pirates. Who's going to get the puck back? There, a harsh hit behind the net. No call on the Salmon hit. Now Rich also going to be knocked down to the ice as he almost flew all the way to the blue line. This one sent down the length of the ice. It's going to be an icing on the Pirates. Good shift out of that those 3 forwards. Aiden Salmon, Lowell Rich, and Joey Moore. A set of 3 that we haven't really seen, though it worked out. And now out is going to come Juan Arth and Axel Schneider, making the typical second line. On defense, White and Cam Mayhew. Tied up off the face-off. It's worked back into Rocky River possession as they try to make their way forward. Past Braden White. They will win the race to the puck behind the net. Though immediately it's loosened out to Axel Schneider, trying to clear it, but dropping down to one knee. They're going to rule it a hand pass on the keep-in. And so we'll see where they move this face-off too. It should be all the way back in the Rocky River zone, and indeed it will be. We saw yesterday, not sure why, they called it in the neutral zone, which just wasn't right. But this time we're going to get it placed back in the Rocky River zone. Exactly 9 minutes to go here in the second period of play. Shaker up by 1. Rocky River going to try and clear it off their glass, try to get a wraparound clear, but not going to work out. Now they get the pass up that time. They were looking to Covey. Though again, the pass is not exactly working out for Rocky River as they should. This one cleared down the length of the ice once more. Once again, another icing on the Pirates. This time 8:38 to go in this second frame of ice hockey. Good stuff from the Red Raiders early on. And now we're going to see on the forward side, Salmon, Rich, and Fury now out. Face-off handled by Benincasa, who wraps it around. Eamon Fury going to try to get there first, though Rocky River going to win that battle to the puck. But flying in between the blue lines is going to be Lowell Rich, working it back to Benincasa. Benincasa not clearing it out, trying to go for the extra play, which typically is going to cost Shaker, and this time it looks like it very well might as Shaker tries to clear it out, but no. Benincasa, really a struggling thing for him, has been clearing it out of the Red Raider zone. He, again, always goes for that extra play there. A harsh slap of the puck. Goes right into the leg of Lowell Rich. Here's Benincasa getting it up to Aiden Salmon. Salmon working around one man, trying to create the scoring opportunity. But the stick kind of slashed away from him. Not a slashing, but wasn't able to make the play on the puck. 7:40 left to go in this second period as Shaker handles it behind the net, trying to slow things down. Lenahan gets it back over to Kalergis. Kalergis slaps the puck back over to his defenseman, Cole Richard. Richard back to the near side. Benincasa, they're playing a lot of catch right now in the Red Raider defensive zone. Richard hangs on for the moment, gets it over. Benincasa brewing up a rush. Gets it just out of reach of Connor Mayhew, who would have had that pass open to Lenahan, though just couldn't make the play. Mayhew looking for the centering feed, unable to make the play through the Rocky River defenseman. Rocky River takes it, clears it back down, icing on the Pirates once more. 2-1 Shaker lead here at the Greg Shupe Memorial Game number 2. First line forwards stay out, so Lenahan drops down to the faceoff dot. Referee drops it. Shaker wins this one back. Cam Mayhew trying to center it back. Joey Moore with a chance. Mayhew with the blast. Just along the near side tip of the faceoff circle. He ripped the blast, but it was right at the Rocky River logo set on the jersey. The gray, white, and maroon jerseys of this Rocky River squad. Again, a very different look than what we see out of a lot of high school teams, but definitely no hate. It's not a bad look whatsoever. It's just not your typical look out of a high school. Here Lenahan has it behind the net, maybe looking for a wraparound chance, but it closes up quickly as Lenahan now needs to work it back to the point, though he's pickpocketed before he can get the pass out to Cam Mayhew. This one slapped out of the air. Braden White's got it. White trying to keep it moving forward, delayed offsides along the Shaker attacking blue line and the Rocky River defensive blue line. Rocky River took it back and now try to get an attack going the other way, though Joey Moore leaves it to Lenahan, creates a 2-on-1. Lenahan working with Connor Mayhew. Lenahan going to take the rip, and the shot saved by Greer. Rocky River going to try and clear the zone. White took it right back in, and here a very clear trip. Referee once again, Wiz not going to call it for Rocky River. Coach is clearly getting aggravated. Connor Mayhew up to Moore. Moore to Lenahan. Lenahan slows it down here in the neutral zone. Tries to get it over to Braden White. White can't make the play. Here comes Jackson Rude. Rude slows down, takes a tumble into the far side boards. Coach leant over a little bit, showing a little bit of a sign of frustration that time as his own man took that tumble. But not really much you could do. This pass goes right into Braden White's stick. He'll just dump this one down and get the changes for his squad. Second line of forwards comes out. On defense, Richard and Benincasa. 5:24 left to go in this second period. Shaker still up 2-1. And this is actually when we started to get the scoring in the first period, so we'll see if someone's finally able to pop one here in the final third of the period. This one taken right off the rip. Kalergis with the snag. Quick save. Typically, that's where a lot of freshmen can struggle right off of a draw because, again, they don't have a lot of those quick shot experiences. Here's another blast from the blue line, and the save was made. Schneider tries to clear it off to Juan. Juan pushes a man off of him. And now it'll be a 2-on-2 rush. They say it was played with a high stick. Exactly now 5 minutes to go, or excuse me, 5:08. Can't see because of the way the netting looks. 5:08 left to go in this second period. Shaker still up by 1, but only 1 is not going to be comfortable enough against these Pirates. They're a clear trip. Referee will not call it. They rule a cross-check, though, on the Pirates. Didn't exactly see it either. And now it looks like the wrong man is in the box. He thought he tripped him. He was clearly frustrated. He definitely thought he had the trip called on him that time. It was Dominic Covey, but actually the man in the box is Trevor Flynn.
So what? 5 seconds.
4:58 left to go in this second period. Shaker on their first power play of the period. They're 1 for 1 so far in the game. Rocky River trying to clear it. Good stick extension that time for Mayhew to keep it in for just an extra second, but an extra poke by Dominic Ricchetti. He's going to work us all the way back behind the net of Kalergis, where Cole Richard hangs onto it, works around one man, now passes it up just out of reach of Lenahan, but he's still going to get there first. Dekes around one man, now a second on the toe drag, takes the shot, and Greer making the save.
No save.
Good glove save with the left hand. And they're going to stick with that 5 out there for the Raiders. .435 left to go in the second period. Shaker would love to take a 2-goal lead into the second intermission. There, a shot by Mayhew, tipped up into the net, and good save once more by Greer.
I think he was tipped in front of me.
Maybe it was tipped in front, not exactly sure. He raised the glove. Thought he might have had a piece of it. Shaker up 2-1, looking to build their lead back to 2 as it was earlier. Here's the shot, and it's going to be tipped right in front and blocked out. This pass to Lenahan. Lenahan works it up to the blue line. Moore, back Lenahan. They're trying to keep Rocky River on their heels right now, trying to keep them moving to try and build a lane, and this time it's loose out in front. Benincasa trying to take the shot, and it's not going to connect. So Benincasa looking for his first goal on the tournament. That time not able to find it though. Still 64 seconds left to go on Flynn's penalty. And here, this face-off, one back to the Pirates, though immediately Shaker going to pressure to get puck possession back. Unfortunately, though, they're going to clear it down. Kalergis leaves the puck in his trapezoid behind the net. Less than 4 minutes remaining in this second period. No goals have been scored in the period as of yet. Here, cross-ice feed goes to Lenahan. Lenahan looking for a shot, actually, and the save was made. Low percentage opportunity taken by Lenahan. We clear all the way back. The kick save, a strong one. Cleared it all the way out. And here, Cole Richard and Lenahan. Now 3 Red Raiders collide in the defensive zone. Cole Richard over to Lenahan. It'll go right off his stick, so he's just going to slow this one down. That's a lot of chaos just brewed. And now here comes Shaker. Here's Connor Mayhew working his way up. Finds his man Benincasa, tries to sneak it in. You could see the arm of Eamon Fury go up. He thought that one might have been in. He thought it snuck past Greer, but unfortunately not the case. And 9 seconds left to go on the penalty time. We're going to see the first power play unit come off. And Rich comes out. Juan and Arth on the wings. On defense, Cam Mayhew and Braden White. 5-on-4 for the next 9 seconds. Rich good on the face-offs. Can he win this one? No. Rocky River takes it. Can they clear it quickly? Indeed they can. Right past the skate of Braden White down the ice. And we're back to even strength. Shaker moves to 1 for 2 on the power play off the boards. They're going to work it up to Lowell Rich. He's got a good rush going. Doesn't make the pass happen. He had 2 Raiders on the far side. There, Rich taking down a man. A good rough play from Rich. This one cleared down the ice. They say it got a stick of a Red Raider. And so icing waved off as Rocky River cleared it. 2.5 left to go in the second period. Juan pressured by 3 Pirates, and so he's not able to make a pass really connect. There, a pass, though, up to Lowell Rich. He'll take the rip, just getting the tip of the glove and making its way into the leather. My goodness, just an extra inch to the right. And it could have snuck its way in, but no. Shaker playing a good game against Rocky River right now. It's not something that we have seen a lot from Shaker against Rocky River in these past couple of seasons. Again, 0-2-3 in their past 5 meetings over this season in the last 2. Here's Joey Moore on the shot. It went wide to the left. Cole Richard hangs on to it at the point, though he's held up by the stick. This is going to create a 2-on-1 for Rocky River the other way. The shot went high. As it made its way into the boards, Rocky River collected it back. That shot went wide to the right. They keep it in the attacking zone. Off the glass, it's wrapped back around. Can the Pirates maintain possession right now? Benincasa going to try to clear it out off the boards, and indeed he will. 100 seconds left to go in this second period of play. Benincasa battling for the puck possession in the near side corner boards. He'll wrap it around, though the Pirates there first. Cole Richard holds up a man along the boards. Rocky River takes it back. The shot went wide to the right. Benincasa hanging on. Right now it's looking like these two teams going to split the point for this second period. This one wrapped around. Can they clear? No, just kept in by the skate. So it looks like we might have too many men whistled down now on the Pirates. And indeed that's going to be the case. So they send number 18, Dominic Covey, the guy that thought he had the tripping earlier, but quickly made his way out of the box. Now he's going to serve some time for 2 minutes. It's going to be, however, 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go in the second period. So those 49 seconds that make their way over the time very well could carry over into the second period. Right now, we're actually getting our second line forwards out there first, which is a bit surprising considering the lack of time left to go in the second. Right now, Shaker on the power play. They're giving up some shorthanded chances. And Lowell Rich unable to pick up the puck. Right now, it's defensive zone lapses that have been hurting Shaker, and almost some coming up here. Centering pass, and now trying to center it themselves, and into the slot. Juan will take it away. Getting it over to Richard, who's skating his way up the near side. Bumped off the play. Here, Rocky River takes the chance, clears it down. And now they're going to quickly try and get their first power play line the quick shift, though it seems much too late. Now 10 seconds left to go. This one just out of the reach of Connor Mayhew, and they whistle it in icing. Very poor showing from the second line of power play. Also, the surprising move to not send out the first power play unit with only 50 seconds left to go in the period. But that's what they decided to go with. Eight seconds left to go here in this second period of action. Taking the face-off for Shaker is going to be Ryan Lenahan. He's against Jackson Rude. Rude wins it back. Though Shaker will maintain possession. Richard just going to hang on to the puck along the far side corner boards. He hangs on, and that concludes the second period. No scoring to speak of in the middle frame of 15 minutes. And we step aside for the second intermission. So what does this mean for the tournament standings? Well, Shaker will split the point with Rocky River for the second period, so each squad takes away half of a point. And we will see if Shaker will be able to take away another half point, if they're able to take away specifically the 2 points for the victory. But that all depends on their performance in the third and final period. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum on the call from the Brunswick Automart Arena in Game 2 of the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Shaker is leading through 30 minutes against the Rocky River Pirates. Your score 2-1. And we're back to it for the third and final period of Game 2 in the Greg Shupe Walsh Memorial Tournament. Shaker Heights leading Rocky River right now 2-1. They won that first period 2-1. No goals coming in that second period, but let's give you the second period stats before the opening puck drop of the third period, where Shaker will start on the power play. For shots attempted, Shaker beat him in that second period 14-11, and with that lead now built their whole game to 27-24 leading shots attempted. Shots on goal, they're leading 15-13. They doubled them up specifically in the second period, 10-5, and face-offs. They're winning that department in total for the game, 19-17. Shaker has had 2 opportunities on the power play already. They have gone 1 for 2. They're looking to make it 2 for 3 with this final 49 seconds on the power play. It was a too many men on the ice penalty that they sent Dominic Covey to the box for to serve the 2 minutes. And here, Andy Benincasa along the boards, able to free it up to Ryan Lenahan. Ryan Lenahan unable to keep it in Shaker possession, but now it's back to him in the far side corner. And it's flipped out into the near side corner boards of Marios Kalergis' zone. Over to Cole Richard now. Cole Richard hanging on behind the net of Marios Kalergis. Kalergis over to Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan pickpocketed immediately as he left his blue line, though the clearing attempt won't work. Eventually, with a second effort, it clears out to Richard. Richard up to Lenahan. Lenahan brewing an attack with Joey Moore, picking it up, giving it back to Lenahan. Lenahan to the blue line, finds Cole Richard. Richard takes the blast. Maybe shouldn't have tipped that, because with the tip, it decided to fly up and into the air. Without the tip, it actually might have been perfectly accurate. Here, a shot went right to the leg of Ryan Lenahan. It was blocked, and now Joey Moore taken down to the ice for Cole Richard, who saw it from behind, wanted a penalty, but instead here comes a one-on-one to the advantage of Rocky River. Here's a secondary chance as they deked around Benincasa. Kaler just sprawls out in front and covers up for the face-off in his own zone. 13:30 left to go. 13:38 left to go in this third and final period. Shaker leading 2-1. They already have a 1.5 to go to the standings of this tournament. They had 4 entering in, so now they have 5.5. They're looking for the big victory here today against Rocky River to try and give them 2 extra points, along with maybe if they can win this period as well. There's 3 points to fight for in this final period. We'll see if they can get that done. Right now, Rocky River, however, has control. If they can tie this up, that would be huge, though a poke away from Marios Kalergis. Gets it out to Cam Mayhew. Mayhew on the backhand with the help of Schneider. Schneider clears it down. Good effort. Shaker playing a little bit tired right now, but still definitely proving they are worth it in this game. They are able to make plays happen, and here comes Juan with a burst of speed down the far side, looking for the shot, and it's going to be tipped by the defenseman out in front of him that time, Luca Lamastra, who had one of the assists yesterday. Here's Juan fighting with his 2 forwards in front of him to try and make the play happen. Rocky River going to clear this one down. It'll be icing on the Pirates. 12:20 left to go in the third and final period of play. Forwards right now, Isaac Lazar, Lowell Rich, and Aiden Salmon. On defense, Benincasa Richard. Benincasa right off the draw, took the shot, it went wide. Around the boards, it lands to the stick of Lazar, who picks up the loose puck. Rocky River tries to clear it away, and off the backhand, they'll wrap it around. 12 minutes to go here in this third and final period. That shot batted down by Lazar. Again, maybe not the right move, because honestly, Richard's shots are going on net. Here, bruiser rush for Rocky River, save made, and the puck was very much loose, but they blew it dead anyway. Puck right now sits in the far side corner Less than 12 minutes to go now. Shaker still up by a goal. Out comes first line forwards. Richard and Benincasa stay put. Face-off taken over by Rocky River, but immediately they'll lose puck possession as Benincasa holds it in the corner. Right now, the Red Raiders a little bunched up, and they will clear it out and get it back to Joey Moore. Moore tried to center it over to Lenahan. He would have had Richard to the near side on the rush. Unfortunately, they're not able to connect. Richard has it back. Benincasa hopped off the ice, so now it's White out there. Moore to White. White tried to bank it off the boards, though he banked it right into the referee's skate. Richard just trying to poke it out from the blue line. Right now, a lot of Rocky River attacking time early on in this third period. We'll see if Shaker can get the attack brewing the other way once again. Here's Rocky River. The shot from the blue line. The shot went wide as it was tipped up and into the air. White takes it back, wraps it around. Can it clear out? No, as Opdyke keeps it in. And this time, another glove save by Marios Kalergis. 10:45 left to go in the third and final period. Shaker winning this one 2-1, looking for the winning result to take them into the Menor game 2-0. Or I suppose 2-0-0. Rocky River tied their first game against Menor 2-2. Here's the shot that's tipped. Here's a secondary chance. Kalergis snags it out of the air. He'll stand up and snatch it right out from in front of him. Right now, shots attempted 8-2 to the advantage of the Pirates right now in this third period. We'll see if they can keep the pressure going, but here's Salmon with the poke, though he'll overskate the puck. Not able to make the play as he's also bumped up against the Rocky River bench boards. Right now it's Juan, Salmon, and Rich. Here's a pass into the center. It was looking for Rich. That would have been Jeffrey Ellam's puck in the net pick. Unfortunately, that time wasn't able to get it to hit that time. Here's Rocky River on the rush forward. This one handled by Marios Kalergis at first, but just lost it to his glove, so he'll need to slap the leather down to the ice. Less than 10 minutes to go. 5-1 the shots on goal for Rocky River in this third period. Shaker right now playing a lot more conservative here in the early minutes of this third period. Lenahan gets it over to Benincasa, flipped up and into the air. Mayhew and Lenahan get it back. They create a 2-on-1 if they hurry. They flip it up to Mayhew, and it'll go wide and just wide of the net as well. It looks like the net is out of position. They blow this one dead and put it back. It looks like he might have lost his glove, actually. That was the issue. First line makes their way back out immediately, which is surprising. They got the rush going, and then immediately as they get the face-off in their attacking zone, Bartley's taking them off. Here comes Rocky River the other way. Axel Schneider on the back check, able to get to the puck and break up their momentum for the moment, but now Rocky River able to take it back and trying to set up. Looking for the wraparound. Kaler just covers to the near side post and doesn't let it happen. Here's Juan, poked away from. Arth picks it up at the red line of center ice. Had he not, it would have been a breakaway. Opdyke tries to clear for Rocky River at the corner. No, he can't make the play. Here, up high hit on Colin Arth as now he's going to slowly skate his way off to the Red Raider bench. And now he brings out the first line once more. And Moore trying to play it up against Opdyke, who's now laying on the puck. Oh, eventually it will be freed up to Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan making one toe drag maneuver, gets it free to Braden White, who ripped the shot, and it looks like he'll get his first goal on the 2024-25 campaign. He'll be first in line to the fist bumps. Big time goal for the Red Raiders, and they double that lead. It's now 3-1. Shaker Heights on top. 8:35 left to go in the third period. Perfect accuracy from Braden White on the shot from the point. Brought it into the back of the net, and there's not much Lincoln Greer could have done about it. A lot of blockage right in front of him. A lot of traffic set up in front of his crease. And here, White pokes it forward. He was looking for more. Lenahan gonna play this one up with more, but Mayhew hopped off for Rich to come out. And here, Rocky River on a 3-on-2 rush now. Created off the bench changes, and good defense shows from Shaker, as they really didn't get the opportunity set up, did the Pirates. And Benincasa moves it forward, sets up at the point as he dumps it down. Right now, Rich, Moore, and Lenahan on the attack. Sorry if the camera work was faulty there, but here Rocky River kicks this one out from their blue line. Here, Richard on a quick back check, able to free up the puck, though Rocky River does pick up the loose opportunity. Here's the shot. Great work by Benincasa getting in the lane. Blocks it with the body. Putting his body on the line. Good effort by Benincasa. Now he's holding up the puck, waiting for a couple of Red Raiders to join him. And now he tries to clear it out, and he will to Lowell Rich. Rich works around one man. Good maneuver. Creates a one-on-one. He'll take the shot, and it's tipped up and into the backside netting behind the net of Lincoln Greer. 7:02 left to go in the third period, as Shaker now has the lead 3-1. Juan, Rich, and Salmon out as forwards. Cam Mayhew and Braden White, the defenseman. I don't think McGinnis has been back. We were just thinking about him after the tough hit that was laid onto him in the Shaker defensive corner. That's going to be played with a high stick if Shaker touches up, but no, it's going to be Rocky River to do so and try to get something going the other way. Rocky River going to touch up first. No, Cam Mayhew flies in with a burst of speed. And Shaker tries to clear it away, though back to the stick of number 4 that time, Jake Brokaw on the shot for Rocky River. And now Jake Brokaw has it back, lays the shot on Kalergis. And now here's Juan ripping a shot of his own. Lincoln Greer on the save. The senior keeping it a 2-goal game. And Shaker going to slow it down as this pass. He was looking up to Aiden Salmon, or maybe he actually wasn't looking up to anybody, but Aiden Salmon was the closest guy there. 6 minutes to go in the third period. As this one's sent down the length of the ice, though icing is waved off as it hit a stick of a Red Raider. Benincasa unable to make the play out. And we go up to the point where the team of gray and white, oh my goodness, Rocky River almost with a great chance that time, but the shot had just gone wide. First line forwards back out. Mayhew, Lenahan, Moore. On defense right now, Richard and White. Here's the shot, and perfect accuracy that time from number 18, Dominic Covey. Buries it into the far right post. And he shortens this lead back down to 1. 3-2, Shaker Heights leading with 5:20 to go in the third. Right now, shots on goal, 8-3 to the advantage of Rocky River in this third frame. We'll see. if Rocky River able to tie this one up or if Shaker's able to maintain this lead just a bit longer. We'll see. Lenahan, Mayhew, and Moore still out there as forwards. Rocky River going to try and pick up another burst of momentum on the rush. Battle for the puck along the near side boards. As you can see, Braden White trying to poke it away, but Shaker really letting the puck just go wherever it wants. You could hear head coach Matt Bartley yell, "Go get it." Here Mayhew not clearing it out of the zone. It leads to another shot on goal for Rocky River. As they wrap it around the boards, Shaker playing very, very slowly right now. Playing as if they've already won this game. Though right now, they're only up by 1 and still plenty of time to go. Moore going to clear this one down. Lenahan going to try to get to the puck first, or at least pressure them to get there quicker. This one kicked back to Mayhew. Now over to Moore. Moore and Mayhew on the attack. Moore's shot went very much wide and elevated into the glass. Mayhew looks to a centering feed. Moore's the first guy to pick it back up between the face-off circles. Richard back to Lenahan. Lenahan behind the net, starting to set up, but now he's held up. Richard from the near side corner, deep into the corner. Rocky River able to take it back, but now Richard able to get back to the skate of number 22, Lucas Konupka, looking for back-to-back goals in 2 games, but Shaker's defense on a great back check, able to make it happen. Here's Juan looking for a goal the other way. That was my puck in the net pick. Unfortunately, that time, just not able to get there. 3:20 left to go in this third period of play. Rich back behind the net of Kalergis. Now he's tripped up, and indeed the referee going to call it. Quite clear to make that call. Rich was sent down to the ice that time. It's going to be number 18, Dominic Covey, the junior, making his way to the bench, making his way to the sin bin for the next 2 minutes. So that at least should kill off 2 minutes of the 3:14 remaining in the third. It could limit any Rocky River opportunity of an empty net, but again, we'll see if they decide to go for that either way, especially with the layout of the period-by-period tournament. Here, Lenahan hangs onto it on the far side, face-off circle, trying to center it himself, taking the shot. It's still loose out in front, but now Greer going to cover up as Greer takes a seat on his rear. And in the crease, less than 3 minutes to go. 1:46 on the penalty of Dominic Covey. He's now in the box, I believe, for the second time here today. Lenahan set to take the face-off. Shaker still on the 5-on-4 man advantage. Face-off one over to Moore, but can Shaker keep the puck possession? We'll see as Lenahan fishes this one out for a moment, but it's poked right back into that scrum. Rocky River able to clear it out. There, a clear cross-check. That time on Cole Richard, though no penalty was assessed. Here, Connor Mayhew back behind the net of Kalergis. Hanging on to it for the moment. He'll send this one up to Andy Benincasa, out of his reach. Off the boards. Pass doesn't connect to Benincasa. Rocky River back on the attack. Not a good third period right now from Shaker Heights. Shaker really just letting the puck go wherever it wants. But now Lenahan gets a rush. And immediately he's poked away from. Lenahan tripped up very clearly. And again, the referee not going to rule it. And this should be, I guess, an offsides, though Lenahan was tripped up in his own zone. And now he's going to plead his case to the referee that, listen, I was tripped up. I couldn't get back to the neutral zone. But all they did was call it offsides. 2:06 left to go in this third period. Second line of power play comes out. The last time they were out, not a whole lot of success, but we'll see what they can brew this time.
Go, Shaker!
Shaker 1 for 3 on the power play now. Trying to get it to go back to 2 for 4. Braden White's pass up to Lowell Rich. Rich to Arth. Arth trying to center it. Tries to take the shot. Looks 5-hole, but in the slot, another great butterfly save was made, and it'll go all the way down the length of the ice. Kalergis letting it be to Braden White, who picks it up behind his net. Less than 100 seconds left to go. White taking it out from his blue line, skating it up. They've got numbers. Do the Red Raiders. He'll look for goal number 2, but that shot went wide. Juan picks it up, looks to drop it back off to Rich. Rich looking for the shot, but he's held up for the moment. He'll get it back, looking for the centering feed. Great opportunity for Cam Mayhew to take the shot. This one's tipped up and in. It's Lowell Rich. The cameraman's puck in the net, picking Rich. Going to almost solidify Shaker's victory this time. It was 1 second left on the power play. And our cameraman happy about it. Second day that he had picked Lowell Rich. And out will come a type of fourth line as Shaker now has the lead by 2. We'll see. Rocky River might as well pull their net empty to try and at least get that half a point back for the third, but we'll see if they do. We'll see what happens. Here, Rocky River has control in their own zone. The pass up. It's a 3-on-3 rush. We'll see if they decide to pull the goaltender, though not yet. Here's the shot. It'll go wide. Secondary chance. Good poke away by Andy Benincasa. Isaac Lazar trying to poke it away. Richard trying to do so as well. As now a little bit of a chipper play. He's sending both, though Richard did nothing. And they're still chirping each other. I think it might just be an unsportsmanlike for both sides, as it was once again Dominic Ricchetti who cross-checked Richard the first time, keep in mind. He's now sits in the box. That's probably why he's talking smack. Cole Richard has not had a good time against number 6 Dominic Ricchetti, and now it looks like the referees are just going to have the penalties offset. It's going to be 5-on-5 for the next 48 seconds. 4-2, the current Shaker lead, and now out there is going to be Schneiberg, Brokaw, and Lazar. Lazar, the man to drop down and take the face-off. 2 freshmen and a senior out there to make the line of forwards. Elliot Hanna and Dylan Orsepke on defense right now. Orsepke behind the net of Kalergis. Gets it up to Brokaw. Brokaw between the legs gets the pass over to Lazar. Lazar on the attack from the far side board. He's thrown into the boards. That's a penalty every day of the week. And again, Shaker will go on the power play for the final 30 seconds. My goodness, Rocky River playing a very almost dirty game over these last couple of seconds. Good thing is Isaac Lazar looks perfectly fine. Luca Lamastra is going to be the man called on the boarding penalty, maybe the roughing, maybe the anything, maybe a cross-check even if you want to call it that way. It'll go for 2 minutes. Regardless, no overtime here in these tournaments, so even if Rocky River had the slightest hope to try and get 2 in the final moments, it's not really going to work out. This shot tipped and goes wide in the near side corner. Lazar to Hanna. Hanna to Orsepke. Orsepke's looking for the shot. Nothing open. It's worked to the center. They were looking for the tip from Schneiberg. Rocky River able to clear it. And let's see, it's a breakaway the other way. Kalergis trying to make the save, but no, a shorthanded chance. Rocky River will get that half a point back for the third period. It was 2-1 your score after 2. Or excuse me, after 2 and 1 period. There were no goals scored in that second. So now it's still a 1-goal deficit, which means they tied both the second and third periods. So Rocky River actually going to be able to get out of this one with a full point. However, Shaker once again walking away with 4. Shaker with another victory. Tamarios Kalergis in the crease has another good performance. And he's going to get a lot of pats on the back. A lot of fist bumps from the typical starter, Michael Better. And Shaker walks away with the victory, 4-3. They beat Walsh Jesuit 3-1. So Shaker's offense has really been clicking, but also their defense has been performing pretty well as well. So we're going to send you back up to our elevated position over the ice. Shaker taking the victory this time, 4-3 against Rocky River. They had entered in 0-2-3 over the past 5 games, 3 ties, 2 losses, but now they're going to walk away with their first victory over these past 3 seasons. Now let's give you the stats before we walk away. Shaker walks away with actually losing a lot of the departments, like shots attempted, they lost 44-39. Shots on goal, they lost 23-21. Face-offs, they just narrowly won 27-6. But the reason these are now so even, and again, some in the advantage of Rocky River, is because of that third period when Shaker started to slow down a lot more. And then on the power play, Shaker was able to get 2 popped in on the man advantage, 2 for 5, and that means that now they have scored 2 goals on the power play in each of their last 2 games. So Shaker needs to keep that going as they are playing another tough school in the form of the Menor Cardinals, a team Shaker has already beaten. If Shaker can just get one more victory against Menor tomorrow, Shaker will come away champions of the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Shaker with their first tournament victory in a long time, and it would be a big one against Menor if they can just solidify it. And if Menor is able to actually beat Walsh Jesuit today, it'll, I think, be whoever wins that very well could be winning the tournament as a whole. But we'll see how badly Menor can beat Walsh Jesuit if they beat Walsh Jesuit in whole. And now we'll see what happens as well with Teddy McGinnis moving into tomorrow's game as he went down with the injury. We'll see if he is back tomorrow, though he very well might not be, as he was helped off the ice and he never returned later on into the game. He went down in the beginning of the first period. We didn't see him out for the remainder of the first, the second, or the third period. So we're thinking of Teddy McGinnis. Hopefully he can return, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. Shaker winning this game against the Rocky River Pirates. They won it 4-3. They are now 2-0 on the tournament. We'll see how they perform tomorrow against Menor, but it's looking good for Shaker in the Greg Shupe Memorial Tournament. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum on the call. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon.